Happy Sunday night, Chuck and friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Making Maria, your Chalk Couture independent designer. Welcome to my video, my demonstration on how to use this amazing product called Chalk Couture. We're feeling a little witchy tonight because, you know, it's my favorite season. I love it when the witches come out to play. I do. I always have. There we go. There I am. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. All right, so tonight we are playing with When Witches Go Riding. Love this transfer. It's not new. It's been around. Oops, hang on. Ooh, I did something. Hang on. Where are you guys? There you are. Hello, Canada Melissa. Welcome. So, When Witches Go Riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. Ooh, spooky, ooky, ooh, don't you love it? Oh my gosh, totally love it. Right? When Witches Go Riding. Love this transfer. It has some great, look at the witch and the cat and the moon. 'Tis near Halloween. This is from last year, but it is still available this year. So it's not new. Because you can only have so many new ones, right? Every once in a while you gotta throw in an old one. But we're gonna do this bad boy. We're gonna stick kind of neutral. I pulled out Frost, Shimmer, Gold, Shimmer, and White, bright white, as our three colors, because I have this frame that I've had for a long time, and it has some gold gilding on it. So it's a black chalkboard. Gotta check where my hangers are, because you know I do have a little bit of a tendency to chuck upside down, and that's always a bad thing. I need to dust this guy off because I've had him for a while. So I was kind of thinking we'd stick with the whole like black, white, and gold, because my frame has the gold gilding on it. Hello, Miss Nevada Nicole. Happy. It's not Sunday night. It feels like Sunday night, but it's Monday night. So I'm all discombobulated. I hate that when that happens. So I'm going to take my transfer. This is a C size transfer, so it is 12 by 18 inches. It is $24.99. It has some fantastic elements on it. I'm going to carefully remove it from its backer sheet. I'm going to set my backer sheet aside. Shiny side, dull side. Shiny side is the side you put your transfer back on when you are all done creating with it. I am going to center my transfer and hopefully make it straight. You want your transfer to be straight. Right? Straight is good. Don't want it to be crooked. And then I'm going to swoosh out all my air so I don't have any air bubbles. That's how I get a nice, clean, consistent chalk. We made this guy last year for some event. I don't remember what event we made it for. And we did it in lots of fun colors. So if you want to see it done in fun colors, I'm sure you can go back to the fall of last year and you will see it. But for tonight, what I think I want to do is gold shimmer, frost shimmer, and just white. And I think we're going to do the moon. We must have done it. We must have done it with glitter last time because there's glitter on my transfer. Because we didn't have white frost last year. So it must have been glitter. But I thought we would do the moon. Or maybe we won't do frost. Maybe we'll just do the gold and the white. And we'll do our stars and our moon in gold shimmer. Maybe our witch and our cat, and then the words we'll do in white. Maybe we'll do that. Just kind of stick pretty neutral. I'm creating this for an event, so I don't know who the person that will end up taking it home with them, what their color scheme and things are. So I always find in that situation it's best to go with neutrals. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Plus, I'm kind of into just, you know, simple plain lately. Have you noticed? We haven't used a ton of color. I go through phases. Does anybody else do that when you craft? You go through phases. Like, all of a sudden, we'll use raspberry sorbet nonstop because it's my favorite color. Or ocean mist. Oh my gosh, we have not used ocean mist in a long time, and it's my, like, all-time favorite color. So yeah, I do go through phases. I'm sure my regular viewers are pretty aware of what my phases are. All right, so let's get to chalking. So I'm going to just do gold in a couple of accent areas. The gold shimmer, because again, my frame has gold gilding on it, and then the rest of it we're going to do in white. So let's start with our gold. So gold shimmer is, you know, gold shimmer. It's not glitter, it's a shimmer, and it's looking a little dry, so I'm going to give it a little stir. Mine is ancient. Yep, it is a little dry, so he needs a drink. So this is what I mean by dry. He's stirrable, but he's thick, super thick. So you just give him a spray of water and stir. And he will perk right up. That's the beauty of chalk paste. So it does dry out over time. You can't see what I'm doing, sorry. I was trying to not do it on my surface, but he needs another drink. So did everybody have a good Labor Day weekend? That's why I'm all discombobulated. That is a Monday that feels like a Sunday. My kids are so excited about going back to school tomorrow. Not. They had too much fun over the weekend, so now they don't want to go back to school. It's like, you know, it's a double-edged sword. Have fun with them or don't have fun with them, right? Okay, so I'm stirring up my gold shimmer. I'm going to give it one more drink. Every once in a while, if you're not using your chalk paste, you want to go through them, give them a stir, and give them a drink if they need one. I don't use gold shimmer very often because it's not my favorite color. If I'm going to use a shimmer, my favorite shimmer is copper shimmer. So I do tend to use copper shimmer more so, but because of the gold on the frame, we're going to use the gold shimmer. So I'm going to take my mini squeegee. It has an angled side and a flat side. The angled side is the front of it, and I'm going to put chalk paste on it. And we are going to do the stars. Super simple. Sorry, I'm too high. You can't see what I'm doing. We're just going to do the stars. We are going to do the witch. So basically we're going to do everything that's not a word. And then the word, so we're going to do in white. I think all the shimmers, the gold, the silver, the copper, are just kind of your basic statement shimmers. We have lots of fun colors in shimmers too. But I find these are the kind of the classics. Okay, so it is a thicker paste, so I'm gonna peel and paste because it will probably dry out just because it's old, it's been around for a long time. Take all that excess. Yeah, we're just gonna do the first half. And then we're gonna do a little method called pasting and peeling. Well, maybe we'll do our cat. You know what's gonna happen, I'm gonna end up just keeping going, and the next thing you know, I'm gonna have all the shimmers done. Okay, so my shimmer is thick, as you notice. I'm, you know, kind of smearing it on thickly. That's not a word, I know. But I'm getting it on, and then I'm just squeegeeing it off. So all you do is take your chalk paste and pull your chalk paste over your silkscreen, and now I have it all over my fingers. So I'm gonna grab a wipe real quick so that I can wipe my fingers off, and then I'm just gonna pull up our transfer, like so. And so far I have a couple of stars, a cat, and a witch, and then I just lay it back down. Get all that shimmer off of my fingers so that I can smush it back down and get our white out. Oh, I do have shimmer everywhere. Shimmer, shimmer everywhere. Hello, Miss Virginia. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a good Labor Day. Welcome, everybody. All right, so I'm just getting the shimmer off of me. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to reseal the parts I haven't done yet. Again, so I get my clean crispness of my chalk. In this part, if you can see it, it's actually a little bit reversed. So these are areas that you really want to make sure are sealed down because it's really mostly chalk. And mostly silkscreen, which makes it mostly chalk. So just kind of reseal as you go when you paste and peel. Okay, so we're pasted and peeled. I'm gonna pull out our white. Is this a new white? No white. This would be a new white. It has the lid on it. That was low on white, but I didn't think I'd used it all. Maybe I did, and I just don't realize it. So I'm gonna stir up my white with a stir stick. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So see the difference in consistency? This is super creamy. Yeah, this is a new white. Versus the shimmer, which was thick and gloppy. Thick and gloppy works. And I got chalk paste on every squeegee I had out, so I just want to make sure I get it off. Okay. So now we're going to do our white. Angled side, flat side, angled side. Just dip it in, put it on my squeegee, and go. When witches go riding. I love this transfer. 'Tis near Halloween. Ooh, ooh. Can't you hear the spooky noises? I don't know why I've always been, like, if I'm gonna decorate, it's cutesy witches, not scary witches. Just for fun. Nothing too serious. Okay, so I'm just covering up my silk screens, scraping my chalk paste across. Did anybody do anything fun? We went up to our land for most of the weekend. We kind of went back and forth. Kids had, you know, kids have jobs. They get in the way of my fun. They do get in the way of my fun. They have jobs. They have football. Just, it cuts into my playtime. So we were around back and forth, and I'm cutting trails and cutting trees and doing all kinds of fun things up there. We slept in our camper one of the nights, which was really nice. We haven't done that in a while. And it was really good sleeping weather because it got super cool in the night. So I slept great. Oops, I just did one of my stars I did not want to do. So you gotta be careful that you don't get swoosh happy like I just did with my squeegee. And I put chalk paste where I did not want chalk paste. So I'm doing all the white parts now. My white is not as gloppy as my gold shimmer was, so I'm not as worried about it drying as I was with the gold shimmer. When your chalk paste is drier to start with, it dries faster on your transfer. And it's only an issue if it dries on your transfer, because if it dries on your transfer when you go to pull your silk screen up, your transfer up, it will take the chalk paste with it. And that's never good. Smooth out any lines, you know, where you have excess. Put your excess back in your container. And actually, I'm going to start from this end because I need to put it back down. Ooh, and I have lots of bleeding because I didn't do a good job of sealing it. So I'm going to have to fix that. These guys up. Ooh, okay. Alright, so I didn't do a good job of sealing it. So I have lots of bleeding, which I'm going to need to fix. There's a couple of different ways to fix bleeding depending on how much bleeding you have. What bleeding is when you don't seal your transfer down all the way and you go to squeegee across, you end up with chalk that goes underneath your silk screen. It's called a bleed. Wow. I've got this chalk paste everywhere. Oh my goodness. That's what happens when it's gloppy. Alright, so we're going to finish our gold, go back and do our gold, and then we're going to see if we can fix our bleeds. Otherwise, you wash the whole thing off and you start over. So I'm going to get these little star guys. And I can see that my moon is not sealed. So I'm going to do my moon carefully and hope I don't get a bleed. So I just have my fingers holding it down because I can see that it's not sealed all the way. I should have lifted the whole transfer up and put it back down. That's what I should have done. But I didn't. I was lazy. The other thing that you can do is just make sure you don't go in a back and forth and in lots of different directions. That can also help. And I do want to get this little guy right here. But I did it as white. Let's see if I can make him gold. I don't think I can. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to have to wash off my transfer to make that work. We'll see. I'm going to pull it off. Okay, so. Dun, dun, dun. Let's pull off our transfer. It made it a little gold. So I take my transfer. I'm going to stick it sticky side, set it down, sticky side up. It looks extremely cool, except for the bleeds. I'll show you the bleeds. So I very, very much like the color combination that we did. You can't really see this. It's very hard for you guys to see the shimmer, and right now the gold is still wet, so it's really not shimmery yet. The shimmers shimmer when they're dry, but if you can see here and here, this is where I got my bleeding. So what I will most likely do, because that's a lot of bleeding, up here, I'll hold it up to you. That's a lot of bleeding. See the moon, and then Whisper, see how that whole thing is bleed? Now I could go in there with a Q-tip and, you know, clean it up, but it's a lot to clean up. So instead what I'm going to do is and plus I did that star in white when I really wanted to do it in gold. And the gold, you can kind of see the gold, but not too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wash off these two sections right here. And then I'm going to lay my transfer back down after I wash my transfer. And I will redo just these two sections. Okay? This is one of those things, this is not a Chalk Couture chalkboard. And I've created on these chalkboards in the past, so I know they're not the best quality chalkboard. They're not terrible, but they're not like a wash off 5 million times kind of chalkboard. So I want to make sure I get the chalk paste off right away. I don't want to let it sit. So I'm just going to wash off these little sections here where I had the bleed. Then I'm going to lay the transfer down. And I'm just going to go back over it after I wash it. So you guys won't get to see that part because I need to take it to my sink and wash it. You need a paper towel. My wipes seem to be very wet today. You want to get the residue off when you do this. It's very easy when you have an error like this to just wash it off and fix it. It's one of the beauties of using this product. It's very easy to fix things. I don't particularly care for these chalkboards from the washing off. We tried to wash one off last year that had sat and it didn't come off at all. I don't know if you guys remember that. So again, I'm just getting rid of the residue from when you use a baby wipe or a disinfectant wipe. It can leave a residue. So I'm just washing it off. So that's what I will do next. Is I'm going to take my transfer to the sink. I'm going to wash it off, let it dry, and then I will go back in and lay it down just these two little sections, and I will redo those two little sections. I always say it's best to fix your, and I'm not doing it the way I should be doing it. Wait till your project is dry before you start fixing things. That's always my advice that I tend to not follow. So this is one of those, don't do what I'm doing because you smear things as you go that you don't want to smear because your chalk paste is wet. So take my advice and wait till the whole thing is dry before you start, you know, really going into fix. I wanted to get this off while it was wet still, but be careful as I, you know, like the getting rid of the residue. I would wait, you should wait till it's dry to do that. because inevitably, like I just did, I'm going to stick my finger in the part I don't want to, and then you smear it. So I'm going to stop. Take advice and stop. Okay, so this is what we have, minus the 2 sections in here that I need to go back in and fix. But this is super cute. I love this transfer. When witches go riding. When witches go riding and black cats are seen. What's the part that we washed off? What does it say? The moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. That is the fun of this transfer. Okay, so that's what we got tonight, is When Witches Go Riding. Gold and white on a white frame with gold gilding and a black chalkboard. That is our fun little project for the evening. I am Making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. This particular transfer is on the website. It is still available, even though it's from last year. If you want to check out any of these amazing products, I have chalk all over me. You can go right to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. This is When Witches Go Riding, is the name of the transfer. We used white Chalkology paste, gold shimmer on a black and white chalkboard. Thank you, Nicole. I like the black and gold too. I think it's spooky ooky without just being plain white, but it's not, you know, your traditional Halloween colors. I think black, white, and gold are kind of classic. You can have them out longer too. I think it's also very classic fall. So that's what I got for you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to wash my transfer, fix this part we just washed off because I had the bleeding. I'll lay it back down, and I will take a picture of it for you tomorrow so that you can see it all completed. But I hope you guys have a great Tuesday that feels like a Monday. And I will be back at you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out with me. See ya.